Welcome back to day 4. Today is going to be a glute and ham focused leg workout. For today's workout, we're going to need our dumbbells, as well as about 3 to 5 feet of space around us, as well as the use of a nice sturdy chair that won't slide around on the ground there. There will be a little bit of floor work in this course as well, so if you prefer to have a mat, feel free to go and grab one. And let's go ahead getting things started by reaching those hands up, drawing some great big arm circles. Warming things up top to bottom, drawing those circles on the ground beside us. Switching directions. Perfect. Taking those hands now, reach them way out nice and wide, cross them across your body. Nice dynamic way to stretch out that chest. So much of parenthood occurs out in front of us, causing our chest muscles, our anterior plane to get a little bit crunched up. So this helps loosen them up a little bit. Perfect. Drop it down, shake it out a little bit. Widening that stance. Let's draw some hip circles. Allowing our hamstrings and our quads to stretch gently as we send our hips backwards and forwards. Some switching directions. Great job shaking it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and find that wall, and we can use this wall for some balance support. Hand on the wall, soft bend in that elbow. Let's do some hip openers. So one side at a time, like we're stepping over a little fence and back on. One more. Shaking it out, switching sides. Reaching up and over. Last one. Great job shaking it out. Back onto our mat. We're going to do a modified world's greatest stretch. So that's going to look almost like a warrior two if you're familiar with yoga. So let's step forward with that left leg, back with the right, planting that right heel, opening it up to the right. Hands come out, lean forward into that front leg, and then link left hand, left knee. Bring ourselves back up. Let's switch sides. Right foot forward, left back. Reaching those hands out. Opening to the left. And then right hand, right knee. And inhale back to center here. And now we're going to go ahead and warm up those glute medius. So how we're going to do this is we're going to sit down into a squat with a nice neutral spine and shuffling back and forth for 1 minute. Keep that deep squat and back and forth for 1 minute. Hands can be out in front of us. They can be on our hips. Whatever's most comfortable for you here. Slight external rotation of those femurs by going heels together, toes apart. Ten seconds. And 1. Stand it up. Shake it out. grab that water, have a quick sip, and let's get right into our working set. All right, let's get right into our working set. So similar to our last workout, we're going to be doing these movements as part of a circuit. So we've got 4 movements that we're going to do for 1 minute each for 3 rounds, and then we're going to follow things up with a nice cool down. In between every circuit, we're going to take a break, hydrate, give our bodies what they need, check back in, do a little quick reset, and then get right back into it. All right, so first up here, we've got our wide stance squat. So grabbing onto our dumbbells, if we would like, we can also do this with our body weight. We're going to widen that stance just like the name. So wider than hip width apart, slightly angling those toes away from each other. And let's create that neutral spine. So tucking that tailbone. If our pelvis is a bowl of water, bowl of popcorn, we are leveling it off so that we don't spill any water or any popcorn. Think of it as we're bringing our belly buttons in towards our spine, up towards our diaphragm. So giving baby a nice big hug up and in. Tuck that tailbone. For 1 minute, we're going to drop it like a squat. Really taking that time on the descent. Ten seconds. Last one. Great job. Next up here, we're going to do some Bulgarian split squats. So I'm going to show you how to safely set these up. We're going to sit in our chair, place that right foot underneath our bums, and then pressing forward onto that left leg. We've set ourselves up here. We're going to create a little bit of a glute bias by leaning forward just a little bit, creating that neutral spine. Then from here, we're just going to do our squatting motions. 30 seconds on each leg. If we need some balance support, we can sub this with some alternating lunges. Or you can adjust yourself so you're near a wall. Really focus on pressing through those heels. Awesome. Other side. Setting ourselves up. So we're going to sit in our chair. Sitting on our left foot now. Right foot forward. Stand it up. Holding onto that wall for support. Or we're doing some lunges on the right leg. Let's squat. Two more. Last one. Great job stepping off of that chair, grabbing our water if we need. We're going to move on now to some single leg deadlifts. So grabbing on to those dumbbells. We're going to roll those shoulders back, tuck that chin, give ourselves a double chin, hug baby up and in. And we're going to start on the left leg. So placing that right foot behind us, almost like a little kickstand. So we've got our little toes supporting us there. It's a little bit of balance support. And we're going to imagine that we're hinging our hips backwards, touching something on the wall with our booties, stopping at about mid-shin, coming back up. Hips go back. Right where we feel that nice stretch in those glutes, we're going to bring it back up. We want to see double chins here. Great job. Let's switch sides. Keeping those shins straight up and down to really focus on working those glutes and hams. Last one. Great job. Shake it out. Setting those weights aside. All right, now let's go ahead and you're going to meet me on the mat for our fire hydrants. So coming down onto all fours here. So we're hugging baby up and in. Walk those hands out. So our wrists are below our shoulders and our knees are below our hips. Go ahead, find that neutral spine. So watch my lower back here. We're going to bring belly button to spine, tuck that tailbone. And this workout is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to externally rotate that hip as though we're a dog at a fire hydrant here. "30 seconds on each leg. All right, let's switch other side, checking in on that neutral spine. Keeping those hips nice and square with the ground. Last one, drop it down. Give it a good shake out. Let's take a quick break. Make sure to hydrate and meet me right back here on the mat for a second circuit. All right, welcome back. We're nice and hydrated, so we know the drill. Let's go ahead and get right back into it with our wide stance squats. Grabbing onto that dumbbell if we'd like. Wider than hip width. Nice neutral spine. Remember, we're hugging baby up and in. And let's drop it like a squat for 1 minute. Great job. We've got 20 seconds there. All right, so we're going to come back up. And now we're going to get set up for our Bulgarian split squats. So going ahead, coming to our chair, sitting on our right foot. And we're going to step back up onto the left, holding onto that wall if you need, or just doing a lunge if you'd rather. And remember, we're going to hug baby up and in, then drop it down onto that left foot for 30 seconds. Leaning slightly forward to increase that glute ham bias. Last one. Awesome job. Let's switch sides. Going ahead, sitting on that left foot and standing back up. Drop it down. Two, and 1. Great job. Stand it up, shake it out, grabbing onto that water if we need. Let's go ahead, grab those dumbbells for our single leg deadlifts. So rolling those shoulders back, tucking that chin, tucking that tailbone, give yourself a neutral spine, and glide those dumbbells down our shins. Sending that booty backwards as though we're tapping the wall with our bums. All right, let's switch sides. Screwing that foot into the floor, neutral spine. Back we go. All right, last one. Great job. Setting down those dumbbells. And let's go ahead, meet me down on the mat for our fire hydrants. So coming to our knees, walking those hands out, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips, abducting that right leg. Trying to keep that chest and that pelvis as square with the ground as we can. Remembering to breathe. Nice neutral spine. Two and 1. Drop it down. Neutral spine, switching sides. Some drop it down. Shake it out. Go ahead, grab that water. We've got one more round of these circuits. I wasn't looking at either camera. Mind if I do that one more time? I feel like I was looking between both of them. All right. And drop it down. Grab that water. Take a quick rest. We've got one more round of these circuits. All right, now we're into set number 3. So by now you know the drill. Let's widen that stance. Hugging baby up and in, shoulders back. Drop it like a squat. Holding onto a weight if we'd like. We can hold on to both weights if we'd like. Or we can go just body weight. Great job. "20 seconds. All right, last one. Great job. Give it a shake out. Next up, we've got our Bulgarian split squats. So sitting on that right foot, stepping forward with the left, holding onto that wall or that countertop for support. Drop it down. And last one, switching sides. Sitting down on that glute. Coming back up. Awesome. Bring it on up. Walking it back here. Let's do our single leg deadlifts. So grabbing onto our dumbbells. Standing it up, roll the shoulders back, tuck the chin. Right foot comes back like a kickstand. Slide that booty back. Great job. Switching sides. Last one. Great job. Going ahead, setting down these dumbbells. You're going to meet me on our mat for our final workout, for our final movement, the fire hydrants. So shoulders over knees. So shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Starting on the left side this time. Externally rotate that knee. Switching sides. Great job sitting back down on those heels. Take a moment here. Go ahead, grab that water, and I'm going to show you how we're going to cool down and stretch things out from our chair today. So when you're ready, meet me on your mat, seated in your chair. All right, now that we're nice and seated, we're going to stretch out our hamstrings first. So stepping that left leg out nice and wide so that we're able to accommodate our bodies. You're going to lean forward and stretching out that hamstring, flexing that foot if we feel the stretch a little bit better. Awesome. Bringing it back up, switching sides. Right leg goes out nice and wide. Perfect. Bringing it back to center. And next, we're going to stretch out those quadriceps by twisting to the left, dropping the right knee off of the chair. Taking that right hand, let's reach up and over while pressing those hips forward and through. And back to center. Let's go ahead, switching sides. To the right, left leg drops off. Left hand reaches up and over. And back to center. Now we're going to go ahead and reaching all the way up. Lace those fingers together, stretching out those lats since we've been deadlifting. Lean it to the left. Lean it to the right. Dropping those hands down. We're going to go ahead, standing up into the side of our chair. We're going to stretch our calves by planting that left foot first, pressing those hips forward and through. All right, let's go ahead, switching sides. Pressing those hips forward and through. Awesome. Stand it up nice and tall and pat yourself on the back. Great job today. This has been today's glute and ham focused legs workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to grab that water, and we'll see you in the next one.